Hello and welcome, dear students, to a series of grammar in use. This is the 66th lesson in the series, and in this video, we are going to discuss the use of no and none. Kindly get ready with a pen and a notepad to take down the pointer, and let us dive into this interesting lesson. The lesson is based on the use of no and none. Now, no and none both show the absence or lack of something. When to use? That is quite interesting to know. No is always used with a noun, whereas none replaces a noun in a sentence. So that means if you still have the noun and before the noun you will have the word no, but if you're substituting the noun, then you will use the word none. Let us see the first pointer. The first pointer is regarding the use of no. No is only used with uncountables. Uncountables are those words which do not have any singular or plural. They cannot be counted at all. For example, milk. I have no milk. Time. I have no time. You cannot count time. You cannot count milk. So these are uncountables. So no is used with uncountable nouns. And no is also used with plural countable nouns. Plural countable nouns means books. I have no books. Tables. I have no tables. So that is how the word no is used. Let us see the examples to establish these two pointers. There was no time to cook a meal. Now the word no is used before the word time. Time cannot be counted. You cannot say 1, 2, 3, or you cannot add s to the word time. So it is uncountable. There wasn't any time to cook a meal. That is the meaning applied over here. So the word no can be substituted with not any. And the second pointer was the use that it can be used with plural countables. Countables means a noun with an S. I have no ingredients in my kitchen. Now over here ingredients is plural noun. It is with an S. It is countable. It applies. It means I don't have any ingredients in my kitchen. And now over here no can be replaced with not any. Let us proceed to see certain examples based on the rules that we have just seen. There, this menu has no vegetarian options. This menu has no vegetarian options. This no points to options. So it is plural countable. No waiters were available to take our order. No waiters. Plural countable. I would have booked a restaurant, but there were no tables, plural countables. There are no recipes in this book that I haven't tried. Again, plural countables. The next pointer that we have is no and noun for emphasis. Now, although no has the same meaning as not any in this context, no is often emphatic. Emphatic means to make it very clear and make it more precise and with stress. There wasn't any food left. Now, the word no can be replaced, as I mentioned earlier, with not any. There was no food left. Instead of saying there was no food left, you can say there wasn't any food left. Or instead of saying there wasn't any food left, you can say there was no food left. It's a substitute of the previous sentence, and for emphasis, you say no. No and noun for emphasis. So no is used for. Now there's one thing very interesting when you say wasn't any food or no food left. Left means there was earlier some food. So that is how the word left is used. The version of the sentence can indicate surprise or disappointment. No food left! Exclamation mark. So this is how the tone of the sentence changes. The next pointer that we have is the use of the word none. None, as mentioned earlier, it is a substitute for the noun and again with the connotation of no or negation. None can replace no plus noun to indicate a lack of something. That means the word none will replace the word no and the word noun also. Let us see the example. I wanted some pizza, but there was no pizza left. Instead of saying no pizza left, I've replaced the word no also. I've replaced the noun that is pizza. So no pizza, I have replaced it with the word none left. Now the word left indicates that there was some pizza earlier. I wanted some pizza, but there was no pizza left. This is the actual meaning of this sentence. Now, none of. Previously, we have used the word only none. Now, none of is used before pronouns and nouns with determiners. Determiners, specifically articles, for example, the is used, especially over here. If you want to understand determiners, kindly see the previous lesson. So none of, and then it is followed by a determiner and then the noun. So none of the pizza was left. So the is the determiner over here. None can also be used on its own to answer the question about quantity. If someone poses a question, how much is there? Your answer can be none. How much pizza is there? The answer is none. On its own, the word no pizza is there or no pizza is left. You can just say none. Now let us see certain examples based on what we have just seen regarding the word none. I wanted the soup, but there was no soup left. There was none left. I would have bought balloons, but there were no balloons in the shop or none in the shop. I love this suit, but there are no suits here in my size. There are none here in my size. Instead of saying of my size, in my size is the right construction. None of, then we have the determiner. None of the people eating at the restaurant enjoyed their food. I offered my friends some chocolate, but they wanted none of it. None of followed by a determiner. None and none of can be more emphatic. Emphatic means to be specific or to make it clear than not any. This restaurant has none of the food that I like. None of is followed by the determiner, that is the or the article over here. That is all. You may construct sentences with this knowledge to make sure that you have a better understanding. With this, we have come to the end of the lesson. If you enjoyed the lesson, kindly click on like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your kind attention.